we should listen more. There's always a debate around here. Democrats and Republicans talk about it, but as a Democrat, I hear it all the time, that we have to focus on our messaging. And that implies that the weakness is the way we are communicating with the population that we serve. There is some weakness there. The bigger weakness is that the communication is not given, is not given the two-way nature that it should require. If we simply spent more time quietly listening to the people that we work for, some of the things that we try to message might not seem so meaningful. The way I've described it is that if in the political conversation or in a policy debate, if what we're talking about doesn't fit at a kitchen table, in a home, in the district we represent, it's the wrong conversation.
Reach out and make friends in the United States Senate. This is a family. Try to listen to other people's points of view. We're going to get much more accomplished if we listen to each other. And by the way, I think the legislation and the solutions will be better, and they certainly will be longer lasting if you reach out and try to get a broader consensus and not just try to lead because you might have the majority vote. Try to get a broader majority.
Do you think that that could help Washington be more effective or fix Washington?
I think it could help the legislative branch of government. We see today that the executives, it's not just at the federal level, but even at the local level, having more and more power, trying to do more and more things. I'm a big believer in the legislature. We're we represent the people. We are the policy arm of government. So I think it's important that we strengthen the legislative branch of government. We have challenges. One of it is that we're too divided. Another is the way that we finance elections. Another is the fact that we have certain powers as individual members and we don't respect the rights of the institution itself, the filibuster. So there are things that we have to do to improve the legislative branch of government. But one of the ways is working together. And when we disagree, do it in a civil way. Civility is missing in our politics today and something we really need to invest in.
Just to follow the best they can, to do the best they can for the people. But be true to your values. Don't give in when you know you're right. And stay true to the what we represent, and that's working for people, everybody. And regardless of who they are, you don't ask whether you're a Democrat or Republican when you're taking a case or anything else. So be sure that you work for people and make sure that you stay in touch with them and maybe not necessarily take leadership roles here because that takes away from your time in representing your district. It's important that people know that you're there for them. They got you elected, they deserve to be represented well.
I think it's going to be very hard. And I think we are more likely to see the courage and leadership coming from women in this moment. But I would encourage people to stand up. I know this is hard. People are threatened every day. My Republican colleagues are constantly threatened. I don't think that
physically
stops.
threatened, or what are you saying?
I think in every way, people have been threatened. But my sense is that with a bully, that you have to stand up to the bully, and from I think maybe being a mom, maybe those of us, as moms who've had to deal with kids that are bullies, maybe just have a little different view of this. But I think it will be hard. I mean, the president coming in again has amassed tremendous power. He's got tremendous wealth and powerful people behind him. So that will be hard. He will say or do anything and change his mind at any time and doesn't worry about the truth. And so I think it'll be hard. I do believe that there are people in the Senate on both sides of the aisle that really do want to work together and get things done. And so, but that'll be hard. So, but the real reward isn't getting things done. I mean, most of us don't come here to stand up and, just complain or tear things down. That is not rewarding as a human being to do. The exciting part comes together, like on the Safer Communities Act on gun safety, being able to get the first effort ever in terms of common sense gun safety, and adding the provisions that Senator Roy Blunt and I have been working on for 10 years to fully fund community mental health and addiction services. all of that coming together, that was exciting. The transportation bill that passed was exciting. The bill bringing jobs home with the CHIPS and Science bill was exciting. And people worked across the aisle on that and felt good about it. And so I'm hopeful there'll be more of those moments.